Okay, so what control your action? Your decision control your action. But what controls your decision? Your decision is controlled by you or something else. Your action is controlled by you, or there is something else who control your action, control your decision. You may say who am I or who are you? I am not going to talk about spirituality or that level of spirituality or that level of philosophy at this in this video. I am just going to talk about our simple life, our daily life, that in which our decision, our actions determines our daily life, our direction, our goal. Whether you are going to this side or whether you are going to that side, whether you are going right or whether you are going wrong. Remember, decision making is the most critical part of our human towards your life or our lives. With right decision, we can go reach our higher level of life. Or without poor decision making process, without wrong decision, our life can be miserable and painful. So what control our decisions? First, our decision is controlled by our emotions, our sense, our temptations. For example, we see a beautiful sweet dish, we are tempted to eat those sweets or sweet dish. There is a beautiful car coming to the market. We are tempted to buy this car. We may feel sometimes we feel anger. We may take a decision due to that kind of emotion. Sometimes we may also feel greed. We may take a decision due to such kind of emotions. There are positive emotions also. When you practice positive emotions, so when you practice positive emotions, and your decisions are likely going to be positive and constructive. So when our decision is influenced by bad negative emotions, bias our senses, which without morality, our decisions may go wrong, likely to be wrong. We are likely to take wrong decisions. On the other side, if our emotions are positive, then we are likely to take right decisions. And what controls those emotions, those vices or those temptations? This is our mind, and these emotions, these temptations are controlled by our mind. Nothing can disturb you more than a disturbed mind. And when you start new thing, something new, everything starts from our mind. That is why this is also many times we also call a mindset. If our mind is happy, we are likely to do some activity, some constructive or positive work. But if our mind is not happy, depressed, and we are feel low, and we are less likely to take some action. Rather, we are searching for comfort. And in such case, our behavior, our action may go wrong. So a happy mind a organized mind helps to take a right decision and lead you to a right way, so that you can grow in your life, you can find happiness. And on the other hand, if you're a unorganized mind, unhappy mind may look for comfort, and you are likely to fall in the temptation of the outside world, and your decision may go wrong. You will see there are everywhere there are traps for comfortness. So organizing mind our is very important part when you start something new, or whether you are going to continue your life with some good activity or constructive activity that can give you growth. So remember, everything starts from your mind. Whether you are going to do something good or something constructive, it starts from your mind. Your mind needs to be organized to do a particular thing. Your mind organize your activity, your daily life. Mind can be organized mind, can a settled mind can find a way even in an extreme difficult situation. There is no such problem in human life that cannot be addressed by a organized mind, a strong and happy mind. A strong and organized and happy mind find a way even in an extreme difficult situations. But control your organizing mind or controlling your mind is not that kind of very simple. We need to do some practice. I like to add another thing, that we need to find the truth, because truth clears our mind, cleans our mind, cleans our doubt. Otherwise, if we don't find the truth, our mind are going to likely to assume something that usually goes wrong or does not happen. And there is intellect. Intellect means your capability to take decision, whether it is right or whether it is wrong, whether you should go this way or whether you should go that way. That is a very critical for your life, your decision-making process. So this is another thing that control our emotions, are our intellectual. Both mind and intellect are so closely connected, and they both control our emotion, helps to control our emotion, our behavior, and our knowledge. Knowledge helps to fulfill our intellect, our knowledge and learning, and our realizing capacity helps to fulfill our intellect. So a organized mind and your intellect helps to give you peace of mind and helps to keep you on the right track towards your goal, so that you are not distracted by those traps and temptations, and you are on the way of your life. So that's why we need to do some practice. It's like meditation. Meditation is a very, very powerful tool. Mindfulness, practice positive emotion. Today we are talking more about negatives, talking less about positives. So that's why we need to talk more about positive, so that our mind is positive and stay positive and can find a way help to take you a right decisions. If mind is in your control, it works like your friend, but if mind is not in your control, it works like your enemy. I have forgotten to add one more thing. That's one we have already talked about. It is our conscious mind, conscious use of our mind. And the second way, our mind controls our activity is through our subconscious mind, subconscious part of our mind. It's our subconscious mind, means it's our habit. It is like our you wake up in the morning from your bed, and you brush your teeth, wash your face, you take breakfast. These are habits. These are we do these kinds of habits without giving much effort to our mind or to our brain. Around 50% of our daily activities are controlled by our habit. That's why we need to build a good habit, constructive habit to grow in our life. In that way, mind controls our emotions, our feeling, our activities, our decision, one by conscious way and another way by subconscious way. And another part that control our direction, our actions, are our drive. Our drives may also comes from temptations, but such kind of drives are not very powerful, and you are not going to achieve something good, something in your life or achievement in whatever your respect, such kind of temptations. Another drives comes from your interest or passion. So like you like to play football, and so you are like to become a national football player. So this may be your interest, this may be your passions. But sometimes there is a morality in passion, and sometimes it may not have morality, and sometimes too much passions also create greed. So if you are passionate about something, you also need to be careful about self. If you are not too much greed about achieve something, to have something. And another part that controls our drive is our nature, our characters, types of characters. When our work, our action matches up with our types of character, our nature, we are more engaged with our work, and we are likely to be happy with our work. There are 24 universally applicable characters have been identified, and these characters, we all have those characters, but the intensity of some characters varies from person to person, and the top 5 characters defines as a signature strength of a person, the nature of a person. When someone work on those his or her signature strength, those characters, that person can find growth in his or her life. But implementation of those characters is not a very straight cut. So there are some way how we can implement, identify or implement those characters in our life, and also find happiness or engagement with his or her work. And this is our nature or character that control our drive. And above all, there exists morality, the morality of our drive. If our drive is supported by morality, our drive likely to be strong. Our drive is unlikely to be broken down in front of adverse situations. If you are more morally strong, your drive and activity actions are also going to be strong. Your drive define your actions. So why you are doing that particular action? So how you can define morality of your drive, that root part that drives your actions? How you can define morality or strength of your drive? Just ask yourself, how much respect do you have to your drive or your wish that control you? If you have respect to your drive, that means your drive is strong. And thank you for now. I wish you a happy life. We will join in another session.